And only in the wet season.
And only in the wet season. So if you're as silly as we are to travel this time of year.
All of this was just completely covered yesterday.
I'm a little bit worried though, because Google just told us that the road isn't open.
Well, no, I guess not. Just embrace it, I guess.
What do we say? Welcome to the wet season.
All right, quit your talking and get riding. You're slowing us down.
And then I've just Googled business name, and the first thing that come up is renewal scams.
Ah, suckers, aren't we? Well, we've definitely felt the temperature difference from coming from the tablelands down to Palm Cove.
Oh, it's pretty much. But this morning we are off to Kuranda. We're just about to get there now. We're stuck in roadworks.
Yep.
I think this place got a bit hammered with the cyclone and all the rains to follow a few weeks ago, but it looks like they're getting it pretty well up and running. Just gonna have a bit of a look around Kuranda this morning, and then we're gonna head into Palm Cove. They're expecting, what is it, 80 to 150 mil?
80 to 150 mil of rain. So fingers crossed we get there before all of that. If not, we'll just find somewhere to pull up and wait it out.
We've managed to find some caravan parking in Kuranda. We're in fairly the main bit right near the information centre. There's not heaps of caravan friendly parking, we've noticed.
So get in early.
Yeah, get in early.
That's the problem.
Pretty slow going coming down the Kuranda range because it's 40 the whole way at the moment. You can see on the maps how windy it is. Now I didn't quite get it on camera, but there was a side of the road that was just like non-existent. A little bit like this, but 10 times worse. It was like a huge cutout. We have just set up at Palm Cove. First impressions, this place is beautiful. We've never stayed at Palm Cove before, and I don't know why we haven't. Super lush caravan park, and I think we've jagged one of the best sites in the park. And also love a good dog-friendly caravan park. Look at that little doggy pack. It's got some treats, it's got some poo bags. Come with me. If you squint your eyes and tilt your head a little bit to the left, you can see the ocean.
Beachfront. Yeah, good. Well, we've definitely felt the temperature difference from coming from the tablelands down to Palm Cove. It is so much hotter and stickier, but it's actually a beautiful day today, and we're gonna go check out the Stinger Net. We've seen a few people in there, so it should be good to go. Let's go check it out.
The temperature in here is absolutely beautiful. It's probably because they've had a few days of rainy weather, because if you have too much sun here, this thing heats up. It's like a bath. So you know that 80 to 150 mil we were talking about earlier today? Well, it's come at 9 o'clock tonight.
9 o'clock on the dot. She's a little bit wet out here.
Oh,
the washing's getting another rinse. I don't know if you can see, but the street's moving.
Oh, the Starlink's gonna go in a minute.
Alrighty, so we decided to go for a bit of a walk and a bit of a creek swim, and the weather has really taken a turn. Raining and dark, so we're gonna have to wait and see how long it lasts and if this drive was for nothing.
Were you a bit scared of getting wet, even though we're going in the water?
Well, no, I guess not. Just embrace it, I guess.
We've made it to the swimming spot, which is called The Rocks, and it's not too far from Crystal Cascades. I don't think we'll be swimming here. It's flowing pretty fast. What a shame. We were so hanging out for a swim, but I just don't think it's safe.
Now, we might be able to find somewhere.
Yeah, we might be able to find somewhere, but I don't know if it's right here or not. Wow, it's so beautiful down here. Imagine having that property. Probably not that good in the wet season when you can only sometimes access it though.
Yeah, when it's flooded across and you're like, oh, I'm not getting home tonight.
We need some rubber rings and do like a lazy river. We just need to find out where it comes out.
And then maybe book an Uber for there so they can take us back. Our mates at Flextail have sent us out a new camping lantern. This is the Evo Lantern 2-in-1 by Flextail and Outtask. Let's get this thing out and take a look. It's a 2-in-1 telescopic lantern, so it's a lantern and it's also a power bank. This thing is super lightweight, and with the click of a button, it extends the tripods. On the bottom of the tripods are 3 magnets, so you can stick it to just about any metallic surface, and it also extends up to 93 centimeters. It's got a 720-degree flexible head, so you can point the light any which way, and it's got 2 lighting modes of warm white and cool white. On high, it puts out a massive 500 lumens. It's IPX7 waterproof rated, so it's perfect for work and play. Now we really get to test out the light. As you can see, we don't really get too much light from the awning, and we don't have the luxury of having a light on the front of the caravan, so this is perfect. We've switched the Evo Lantern over to warm white so that we can try and keep the bugs away while we're having dinner. If you are interested in getting your hands on one of these Evo Lanterns by Flextail, make sure to head over to flextail.com and don't forget to use the discount code AdventureOz15 for 15% off at checkout.
All right, let's tuck in. Oh no.
Oh no.
Mine just falls everywhere.
Too many sauces, that's the trick. She puts in like mayo, sweet chili, sriracha.
And then it's just a slippery mess.
And then it just turns into a saucy mess.
So we have been staying at Palm Cove for the last few days, but one of our favourite beaches around the Cairns area is actually Trinity Beach. Unfortunately, you can't stay there. There's no camping facilities, at least this time of year. But we're going to head down there for our morning walk this morning, a swim and a smoothie. On a good day, doing the headland walk, you can come out here and see heaps of turtles. Last time we were here, we saw heaps of turtles in the water, but the wind's a bit kicking up today, which is beautiful to cool it down, but not so good to see in the water. It's not as clear, it's quite murky. You having a drink along the way, Juice? Oh, that's nice.
So pretty sure dogs lose most of their heat through like their paws and their belly, but also through panting. So it's good to get them in the water so they can cool down a little bit and stay refreshed.
It's so good in here. We had a very hot, sweaty walk, chilled out and had our smoothie, and now come for a beautiful dip in the water. Oh, it's burning my eyes.
It's deep here.
It is deep. Can you grab the GoPro? I'm drowning. Oh, my eyes are burning. Oh, it's great. Recently we got a letter in the post saying we needed to renew our business name, which is a super normal, common thing. I think it's every 3 years or something we do it.
Yeah.
But I think we might have got scammed because we've got a second form, which looks a lot more legit.
But it also looks dodgy too. So we're just trying to find out what actually happened. So
Bryce has tried calling the number on there and it just doesn't seem right. It's like, leave us a message, but it doesn't beep or it doesn't give you a chance to leave a message.
yeah, so it seems like So what's happened is we got a letter in the post and it got sent to Chelsea's house, and then we got it forwarded onto us, and it looked pretty legit, so we thought we'd have a crack, and obviously needs renewing, and then I think we've been done.
And then I've just googled business name, and the first thing that come up is renewal scams. I think that's us.
Ah, suckers, aren't we?
Alright, we're gonna do some more investigating and let you know.
We're a bit naive when it comes to this. Well, can confirm we got scammed, and that was a bit of a doozy. Who would have thought they send letters out and they can still scam you? Normally it's just emails and text messages, but anyway, we lodged a dispute with Westpac, so fingers crossed they'll get onto it and get us some money back.
And in the meantime, we've actually got to pay the original bill that came through, which is a bit annoying.
Because it is such an amazing day today, we thought we're going to go for a skateboard and see how far along the foreshore here we can get.
We're not taking Juice this time. We thought we want to go for a really long skate, and we don't know how long he's going to be able to handle sitting on the board.
So he's in the van, in the air conditioning, knackered out from earlier today, so it's just going to be us two.
Last time I rode my skateboard, I unintentionally went through a few big puddles. I kind of forgot for a few minutes that it's not quite waterproof. Hopefully I can get the whole way today, because we are planning quite a big skate. It actually clocks the kilometers on here, and I'm exactly at 500 kilometers that I've done on this skateboard so far.
Bit of water here. Mine's like semi off-road, so I'm just going to go slow and we should be alright. Try not to flick up too much water and we'll be sweet. Righto, time to send it.
Some of the aftermath of the cyclone and floods. Don't go down there.
Reckon I'll make it? If I just go really quick, I might be able to just launch myself across.
Wow, that's so scary.
Only scary if you're standing on it when it happened. Otherwise, you're good. We're on a bit of a race back to the van at the moment because we saw some pretty dark clouds out there. We stopped in for a swim at the Clifton Beach Stingernet, and we probably shouldn't have spent as long as we did. So it's time to get back, and fast.
Let's go. It's amazing. You felt the weather change like that. There was like a really strong breeze come across, starting to drizzle with rain. Feels like we're in for a big thunderstorm.
All right, quit your talking and get riding. You're slowing us down.
Ooh. Is that too heavy?
I don't know, you're carrying it.
Well, it's green, it should be alright.
Yep, all right, bring it with you. Come on. Now I know where Juice gets it. Whenever we go for a walk, he always has to grab a stick and carry it along with him. Look at this one.
It's a coconut. It's really heavy too. Sure you don't want to hold it?
I can hold it if you need me to. May have spoke too soon, hey?
The heavens have opened.
Oh, lovely.
You know how at the start of the ride I was worried about a couple of little puddles I went through?
Well, you're a bit more wet than you thought.
And my Birks were just full of water.
We've done well, haven't we? Oh well, dry them out, they'll be right.
What do we say? Welcome to the wet season.
And for everyone playing at home, guess where the coconut ended up? In my bag.
It's actually really heavy. I would love to weigh this thing.
I know, you're telling me.
Hold it. How heavy do you think it is?
Oh, probably 3 kilos? Maybe 3.5 kilos? Nah, probably not even, maybe 2.
Juice is going to be so happy with that coconut water.
About it. Yeah, look, there he is. He's like, you guys call? You got a coconut for me?
And this guy cracks me up. Look at this. He's like, can we get the broom out, Chels? And I was like, yeah, for what? I'm just going to clean the roof. I mean, it's a good idea because it's already wet. Please do not slip.
I've done my JSA and my work health safety checks and tick and flicks. Perfectly safe.
Yeah, right. Oh, work it. An awesome thing about Cairns is a massive lagoon in the heart of the city. It looks over the ocean and it's got beautiful views.
It's chilly.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like it's a nice temperature.
I was expecting this to be like an absolute bath in here, but it's really refreshing.
So we are out of Palm Cove tomorrow, and they've actually opened up the, well, fingers crossed they're still opening up the road tomorrow towards Mossman, and we're going to go head up there and stay at Creek's Edge Park for the next few days.
Someone in the park has just told us that there is a crocodile out near the jetty here at Palm Cove, so we're on a little crocodile mission to see if it's still there and we can find it.
Bit of a rumour mill going on around here.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed it is there. Otherwise, we're getting sent on a wild goose chase.
I reckon it could be. There's some people out here. Okay, here we're thinking like a 6 metre salty.
Let's see if we can film it for you. It's tiny. I think it might be about a metre all up, if that.
I think he's a bit lost.
Taking it easy for a bit. So does that count as like a title we could use, like we've just seen a crocodile in the wild up close and personal?
That's a horrible title anyway.
Yeah, that is a terrible one.
That.
What are we thinking?
We come face to face with a crocodile. I can see it now as a thumbnail. Bold red writing.
Near miss with saltwater crocodile.
We nearly died. That's a good one. That'll get the views.
Hey, crocodile's still a crocodile, it still counts.
Heading out of Palm Cove this morning and heading up to Mossman. So the road is finally open again this morning. Well, I mean, we think so.
They said 8 o'clock today, it's going to be open. It's now 20 past 9, so fingers crossed, we're all good.
I'm a little bit worried though, because Google just told us that the road isn't open. But then again, the Douglas Shire says it is.
We'll take the Douglas Shire's word first, because I feel like that's going to be a little bit more reliable.
Queensland traffic. So you are a little bit worried.
We're open.
Oh, good.
We're open. We're not closed. Just says, take it easy.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Hey, just take it easy.
Heaps of roadworks along the road so far, but there's traffic going both ways. We did see one sign that said road closed ahead, and there's all these random waterfalls. I'm gonna try and capture some of them that are coming down the hills that I don't think have ever been there before. I wonder if these waterfalls are always here, but we've just never seen it so wet. Oh, you're probably not gonna be able to see it on the GoPro. Oh, and another one in here. And another one. Well, it didn't take us too long to get to Mossman and very minimal delays.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cruisy. They've done a wicked job cleaning up the road. You couldn't really tell there was too many issues at all. But we are now set up at Creek's Edge Park, and this is probably one of our favourite camps in Queensland. Juice is stoked because he's keen to go for a swim later. He's so excited.
And he's been playing with their cattle dogs here. A couple of years ago in far north Queensland, we spent heaps of time here at Creek's Edge, and we also stored our caravan here when we went to Cape York.
The spot we're staying on is a little bit different to last time. So the actual camp is down here, and we'll show you that after. But Wayne and Annette, the owners, have said, come stay up here because we know you're going to be safe. They had 160 mil of rain last night, and it just flooded the whole campground. So up here is going to be a lot safer just in case we get some more rain again tonight.
Now, we don't want to put you off because that's like freak events when that actually floods.
And only in the wet season.
And only in the wet season. So if you're as silly as we are to travel this time of year, you might come into roadblocks like this.
They have two campgrounds now. This is campground A, which has got 5 powered sites. So you get power and water, they got a toilet block and a little camp kitchen. And then we'll show you later on campground B, which I think is 4 sites.
He was just doing a wee.
Good, thanks Juice. So campground B is unpowered. I think it's still by the creek. We actually haven't gone and checked that out yet, so we're super keen to go have a look. So let's go check it out. And this is probably our favourite part. You've got steps down to the water, you can just go straight in. Bit of a warning, it is a cold plunge. I'd be lying if I said we didn't actually already come down here and check it out and cool off after we set up, because we were pretty steamy.
Come on, Jess.
Ooh, that's cold. Come on, coming in.
Usually the creek is crystal clear, but they had a huge landslide up in the mountains which pushed a heap of sand down. So now it's got a nice sandy bottom, which is actually quite nice.
That was your turn, I guess. Let's pretend that we are making progress. One of us makes a mistake. We work our way through the heartache, and then we're back where we started. We've gone full circle again. But that's what we do.
At the moment, you can treat it as a little bit of a lazy river. So you jump in down there and you can float up to the bridge, hop out, walk back up and around, and then you can do a full loop. If you are planning a trip up here this winter, so over the dry season, make sure to book in advance, because they generally turn away 6 to 8 people a night in the busy period, because they are just flat out with bookings. Alrighty, we didn't realise, but on the way here today, the Mossman Council cut the water because they're looking for a water leak. So we didn't fill up our tanks, and it's been about maybe, since we got here, there's been no water. So we're going to try and put a bucket out so we can either have a quick rinse off or at least do the dishes tonight, because we've got no water in the tanks. This is easy! Well, that was quick. We got a full bucket of water. Maybe if we grab a funnel, we could always just fill the tanks up this way. So I've innovated the system a little bit. We're using a bit of a guttering system off the awning to fill the bucket, then using the pump from the car to fill the caravan. All right, in my great wisdom, I decided when I put the pump in the car, I'd make it so that you can suck water out of it. So it's a bit of over-engineering, but we're sucking out of the bucket and pumping into the caravan. Genius. Good morning. First up, I'd like to show you the creek. All the water has pretty much gone. All of this was just completely covered yesterday. We got to about 0.8 on that little scale there, and now it's all gone. It is so cool to see this, because it only happens a few times over the wet season, and now it's just like it was never here. So this morning we are going to head to Port Douglas and go for a look around there, and yeah, just enjoy the day. When we got here yesterday, we actually didn't bring any water in the tanks, because we thought, oh well, we're going to be on mains water, so we don't need to bring any. Little did we know that Douglas Shire was actually doing water main repairs yesterday, and I think the water's only just come back on. So that's why we were bucketing water to the car, filling it up. So we've got a pump in the car that pumps water out of the tank that's under the tray, but I also made it so that it can suck water out of a water source, so a bucket, a creek, so that we can then fill the tank in the car, or we can fill the tank in the caravan. And it actually worked a treat. We're able to have showers, do the dishes, and get it all sorted last night.
Port Douglas has some awesome big markets that run all year round, so that's where we're off to this morning.
I wonder how big it's going to be, because it is the wet season, so it might not be as busy as normal, but still looks like there's a few people here.
And also considering half the roads around here are closed, whether all the market store holders can get here or not. Can't go to a market up here without buying some sort of fresh produce.
We've come out to Flagstaff Hill. Check out that view.
What, me?
No, no, I was meaning like out there in the ocean. Looks really good. I mean, you look pretty good too. Did you bring your togs for a swim?
No.
There's a stinging net down there.
I am super keen to head back to Creek's Edge and go for a nice cool swim in the creek.
It's so steamy today. Because we've had so much rain and then we actually got the sun out for a bit, it was just brought all the moisture out and it's been real sweaty.
We had good intentions to go for a nice big walk down the main street of Port Douglas. We got about halfway through it and we were like, we cannot do this anymore.
It is so steamy.
And Juice was really struggling too. And look at us, we even brought our own lunch.
Yeah. It was very tempting to go to one of the pubs along the main street and be like, oh, cool off, have a pint, have a chicken burger, take Juice in, but no, doing the right thing, tucking into a wrap.
We're back at Creek's Edge Park and we're looking at Campground B. This one is unpowered, but you still have access to water, toilets and showers. We have moved on now to Lake Placid Rainforest Retreat. This one is next to the Barron River and I understand why it's called a rainforest retreat because this place is super lush. Unfortunately, we have brought some rubbish weather with us. It's raining, windy, super stormy today, but this place still looks beautiful. At the Lake Placid Rainforest Retreat, they have a cafe, so it's open in the morning for a few hours and then it's back open for dinner and drinks. They have got a happy hour from 4 till 6. We might actually head over there for a drink.
Oh, it's coming. We thought we had it, that truth about it.
So we're camped right next to the Barron River, and when they had their big floods from the monsoon rains just a few weeks ago, they've actually got a floodgate that they put in across here, and the water was lapping over the top of this retaining wall. You can see a few broken pavers and tiles. They were actually pushed off from the water pushing up over it. It was crazy. We are gearing up to head to Bali tomorrow. We're dropping Juice off this afternoon with the Mad Paws and we're storing our caravan at the Lake Placid Rainforest Retreat. We're lucky that we had some followers that reached out to us. The caravan park here offers storage over the off-peak times a year. So we're going to leave it here for 10 nights and head over to Bali. We're not going to film anything over in Bali. We're just going to have a bit of a holiday, enjoy time with family and celebrate my mum's 60th birthday. Don't worry, we won't be missing out on any uploads on Sundays, but we will wrap this one up here. If you've enjoyed this one, make sure to like and subscribe, drop a comment below, and we'll catch you soon.